What's going on, drivers? Today I want to talk to you about the reasons why people are quitting the trucking industry. I told you in my channel I would always bring you the good, the bad, and the ugly. So I did some research and I found out the reasons why truck drivers are leaving. First off, if you're new to my channel, make sure you subscribe to it. If you get any value out of this at all, make sure you hit the like button. So let's get into it. One of the reasons, number one reason, and I don't know if we're going to these, not in any order. They got 10 reasons here. Some of them are big, greater than the other, but let's just go over them. Number one, or the first reason I have here that people are leaving, is they feel like they're not getting enough training. See, drivers come right out of CDL school, and they go to work for these companies. They go work for these big major carriers, and they get in there and they run them like teams. They get it done with them. They throw them out there, and drivers are coming up on situations where they feel like they're afraid. You know, and rightly so. You know, they're in an icy storm situation and they didn't figure out, they wasn't trained. CDL school taught them how to get their CDLs, but they didn't teach them how to actually be a truck driver. So when they go to these major carriers and they throw them out there, they feel like they don't know what they're doing, so they quit because they don't want to work for an unsafe job. And I don't blame them for that. So that's another reason you need to subscribe to my channel, because I'm going to teach you things that CDL school won't teach you. Maybe some of these other carriers won't teach you. I'm going to teach you what trucking life is. But not to go into all that. Another reason is the trucking lifestyle. Not everybody is made to be a trucker. You may want a job and you may have great work ethics and you may get out here on the road and you quit trucking not because you're a bad worker, not because you can't work hard, because trucking ain't just right for you. Okay? It has a lifestyle. We're out here on the road all the time. You gotta like driving, for one thing. If you don't like driving, you're not going to be out here. Another thing is you're going to have a good relationship at home. If you get out here and your relationship is shitty at home and you worry about what your old lady's tripping on you, whatever the case may be, trucking ain't going to be the right job for you. So you're going to end up quitting. That's another reason that people leave. Another reason, let's go with the third reason people leave, is changes. In the truck industry, there's changes all the time. You know, CR England, what they just come out with, where they said a while back, a few years ago, that they tell all their drivers that they got to work team. A lot of drivers don't want to run teams. Or when the ELDs come out, the old head said, I ain't doing ELDs, I'm used to my old logs. So they quit. Trucking is always evolving. There's always new rules coming out, new regulations. And some people just don't like changes. That's another reason they're leaving the trucking industry. Number four, they just get bored. People get bored. They get out here, they're out here for a while, and they want to get the 9 to 5. You know, they're bored out here driving on the road. I'm never bored out here, something always different. But I like truck driving. You might not like truck driving. You might get bored out here, been there by yourself. You're out here long hours with hardly anybody, unless you're training somebody, or unless your loved one gets to ride with you here for once in a while. You're going to spend hours by yourself. So it doesn't make you a bad worker, but that's the reason people leave, is because they get lonely out here. They get tired of being out here on the lawn, and they just go crazy. That's one. Another reason that truck drivers quit is because of bad equipment. Bad equipment. They get to work for a company and they got shitty ass trailers. Tires are blowing all the time. Trucks breaking down their own side of the road constantly. And they feel like their company should do them better. And they should. But fortunately, in this trucking industry, you're going to have companies that don't really care. They just want to, it's about the money. They just push you and push you and push you. Oh yeah, we'll have the shot looked at. Yeah, shot looked at it, said it's fine. Just go on about your business. You're the one getting broke down and you're getting paid by the mile. You're broke down all the time. It sucks. So you got to be careful about what companies you go for. Hey, if you're getting some value from any of this, smash that like button. Now, I'm trying to teach you some good stuff, and I'm trying to tell you the truth about the trucking life and why is there such a hard turnover rate. Y'all wanted to know, so I'm telling you. I'm giving you real talk here. Another reason is the home time management. Okay, let's call it time management. Companies don't know how to manage their time. They expect you to go out on the road for 2 or 3 weeks at a time. And I know this. I'm not going to say the name. I went to work for a bigger carrier. Yeah, I'll say it. Heartland Express. I went to work there, right? And I'm not saying it's a bad company, but I wish they'd gone 24 days and then they want me to come home for a 34-hour reset. That's not even a weekend. So people leave because they're not with the right company that don't want to get them home in time. And they want to, and then they make you take your 34-hour restart out on the road that you don't get paid for. But yet, you come home for a 34-hour restart after being out on the road for a month. You know what I'm saying? So that's the reason they like, hell this shit. But not all companies are like that. So you've got to find the right company to work for. The company I work for right now, Rosedale Transport. I'm not a recruiter by no means. I don't get paid to recruit people. But they're a smaller company out of Dalton, Georgia. You can look them up if you want to look them up. They get you home every weekend. You do your restart there every weekend, plus a little more. I come home for a weekend, not just 34 hours. Last week, I just come home. Me and my trainee, how long was we out? We was out like 4 or 5 days, something like that. We come home for about 4 days. I personally, now, I was out a little longer than him. I was out 9 days. So I come home 4 days. But that's because I needed the time. I did a lot of miles during that time. So they don't manage the time right. A lot of companies don't. They don't want to do that. So that sucks. Then you got the ELD. Okay, your logs here controlling your time. It's telling you when to get up, when to sleep. All of a sudden you've got hours. 2 a.m. in the morning, it's in the middle of a snowstorm, and your dispatcher's telling you, hey, it's time to go, Sean, go. Drive. You got hours, you got to go. No, it's snowing right now. It's bad. I can't be out here. Some companies, they don't relate to you. Okay, that's why I'm proud of the company I work for now. I'm just harping on that because they can change in a minute. I can get a bad dispatcher next week, but right now I've got a good dispatcher, and I feel like they got good management. But I've worked for companies that don't want to manage their time right, and when that happens, it sucks. So that's another reason that drivers are leaving. All right, number 7 on my list here is that in the trucking industry, there's a bunch of liars. There's liars everywhere, but especially I find that in the trucking industry, the dispatchers will lie to you, tell you when you're gonna go home, when you're not gonna go home. The shop will lie to you, tell you they're gonna get this thing fixed, they don't look at it. And when a driver gets lied to enough, and especially from the dispatch, and especially from the management there, they walk out and they quit. Okay? I've driven 15 years. I've worked for 4 different companies. And I've seen this happen in all 4 of the companies, even the one I'm working right now. It's not bad now where I'm at. It was bad years ago. It's not bad now. That's why I'm back working with them. All right, number 8. Unpaid time. Do you know on an average, drivers sit about 20 hours a week? On an average, not everywhere, but on an average, to pick up places at receivers, places where they get dropped, to pick up the receivers and the shippers. So the shippers was looking for. They spend about 20 hours a week there waiting on average. Okay, so you've heard there 7 days a week, 2 or 3 hours a day. You know what I'm saying? It adds up pretty quick. And they don't get paid for that on average. Now, most companies pay you after you sit for a little bit. Like we've got a Toyo load we do. We have to sit there for 3 hours, and after that we start getting paid. So on the 4th hour, we get paid that hour. That sucks. But that's part of truck driving. So that's another reason people leave. All right, number 9. I found that people leave because of the mile, because they get paid by the mile. So they realize that after they've been out here on the road for a long time, they add up all the miles, they add up all the hours they've been away from home, then they minus the food they spent out here, they feel like, well, damn, I only made minimum wage. Now, it's not like that for everybody. You can manage your money better, and you may like being out here on the road. So some people, just not for them. And number 10, this might surprise you, another reason people leave trucking industry is the lack of respect. It happened after COVID, I guess. People they don't respect truck drivers. We go out here and we bust our balls. I said it. We bust our balls out here getting you people's milk, getting your soda waters and your damn chips and your fat pills and your medicines and all your damn shit. And nobody gives a crap. They think, oh, this stupid trucker just got your yang, wham, whams, or whatever you want to call it. You know what I'm saying? Everything you enjoy in life, everything you consume, everything you buy, everything you have is brought by a trucker. And people just don't respect us no more. That's the reason they leave trucking. Now, all that said and done, I'm a trucker. I'm a truck driver. I love being a truck driver. Those things don't bother me because I'm with a company that I don't have to deal with that. So if you're with a company and it's got one of these 10 things are on this list that we just talked about, go find another company. Don't job hop. Do your research. I hope you got some value from this video. I always told you I'd give you the good, bad, and ugly of trucking. That's some of the bad right there. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe. Let's get it.